Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. So as we all know by now, Dwyane Wade has officially decided to sign with the Cleveland Cavaliers for like $2.1 million. For this video, guys, we are going to watch the reaction by ESPN. I believe it's Michael Smith and Jamel Hill here. And as always, guys, this is not just about my opinion. I also want your guys' opinion on this deal here. Do you think Dwyane Wade to the Cleveland Cavaliers is a good move? After you watch this small little clip right here, I am going to give you guys my opinion on it. So here we go.
Coach says D-Wade plans on signing with the Cavs once he clears waivers on Wednesday. He's eligible for $2.3 million, part of the veterans minimum for this year, terms which sources say he's agreed to. Now, let's just cut to the chase of it. How much better does adding D-Wade make the Cavs? Now close enough to close the gap with Golden State.
Yes, because the gap wasn't that large. And I said this during the finals, and I believe Richard Jefferson echoed it in the offseason, that it was closer than the gentleman's sweep would suggest it was, because you're talking about a game 3 that they let get away at home, and who knows what happens in game 4 if they win that one, but they win game 4 and obviously go out in 5. So they lose Kyrie Irving, and people looked at me like, well, I was crazy, which is nothing new. Looked at me like I was crazy when I suggested that they're better this year than they were last year. They got a lot of guys. They got a lot of firepower.
And actually younger
guys. Look, they're problem against Golden State. And I'm
Younger than Kyrie Irving? Sorry.
East, with all due respect to Boston, I'm giving them the East because of LeBron, and the Celtics have a lot of chemistry to work out with so many new players. When LeBron James was off the court in the finals, they got outscored by 27 points with an offensive efficiency of 75 and a net efficiency of minus 37.4. They're really, really deep. I'm not going to go down the whole roster, do it for yourself, but they're really, really deep. So they got enough firepower, to me, to keep up with Golden State. Maybe not stop Golden State, who's also probably better going into this year, but enough to keep up, especially when LeBron goes to the bench.
Yeah,
even with 35-year-old
I think that's a significant part about this. I mean, obviously Golden State, with the advantages they had with their bench, some of the firepower, it looked like at times when, as you said, when LeBron was off the court, they were completely outnumbered.
Oh, freaking fly on my, get off my bitch ass fly on my goddamn lamp. One sec, guys. I'm trying to freaking listen about Dwyane Wade, damn fly. Oh my god. It's totally bugging hell, man. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
And outmanned in many respects. I like the move from not just a professional standpoint, but just bringing someone else there who understands how to play with LeBron, who gets how his mind works, and who has that championship mentality and has won before. That experience is invaluable, especially when you have a player like D Rose. He hasn't quite been there yet, and other guys. So I think that this move to me always made the most sense.
If everybody buys in, I mean, you bring in D Rose probably off the bench with Calderon, with Shumpert. What's Crowder's role, Korver back, Channing Frye. They got a lot of guys that have been there and done that. And now you're talking about adding IT maybe in January. So if Isaiah Thomas is healthy, you got Isaiah Thomas, Wade, LeBron, more out of Kevin Love than you've been getting. Tristan Thompson, I like that team a lot more than I did last year, even though obviously Kyrie Irving is a guy you love to have. I like this team because of the depth.
I just don't know if they've closed the gap, because where I do worry about this team is definitely defensively.
No doubt. That's why I said, you notice I didn't say stop Golden State. I said keep up with them a little bit better.
If you can't stop them, then I'm not sure.
Okay, guys. So my thoughts on this with Dwyane Wade is, for one, yes, he does have great, amazing chemistry with LeBron James. I do think it's definitely an asset to have on the team, even though he's 35. Now, I hope a lot of people don't go into the season with the expectations like this is going to be just like the 2013 Miami Heat team, because it's not going to quite be that. Dwyane Wade is going to need to play more of a limited, I don't want to say role player role, because he's definitely not that yet. But he needs to know that, LeBron James, obviously #1 option. #2, I'd probably put Kevin Love at #2 until Isaiah Thomas gets back. Then Isaiah Thomas will be #2. But I do think that Dwyane Wade, until Isaiah Thomas gets back, is going to be great for this team. Now, what I am kind of afraid of is the spacing of this team, because, especially up until January, which doesn't matter all that much because the Cavaliers are going to make playoffs anyway. But, because you have Derrick Rose, who's probably going to start at point guard to begin. Then you have Dwyane Wade. That's a bad core of guys that are not notorious for shooting 3. Yes, Dwyane Wade can knock him down. So can Derrick Rose, not at a high percentage. LeBron James, you look at his shooting stats, they've also declined quite a bit. I mean, Tristan Thompson doesn't bring any offense. Kevin Love, he's a great shooter and everything. Then the bench, man, this is where I love the team against the Warriors, is because of the bench. Because I think once Isaiah Thomas is back, their bench is going to be what? It's going to be Derrick Rose, it's going to be J.R. Smith, Jay Crowder, Kyle Korver, probably Channing Frye at center, I would imagine. So that's what I really like. The thing is, though, about the Golden State Warriors is that they also did add depth to their bench. I think most notably, I know there was Nick Young, and I know there's somebody else that I'm not thinking of that was a really good sign. It's probably like yeah, they also got DeMarcus Cousins or something. I'm just forgetting about it. No, they did not get that. But anyway, man, at the end of the day, I do think it's going to make the season more exciting. Do I think they're a better team than last season? Well, I think about it like this. You know, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith was the backcourt last season. That team could really shoot, man. Both those guys could shoot very nicely out there, and that's kind of what you need around LeBron James is shooters. Derrick Rose and Dwyane Wade, I still think they're really good basketball players. Or, you know, I should really start saying, like, Isaiah Thomas, because that is going to be the player. They're not Derrick Rose. I'm just kind of saying that because Isaiah Thomas is out to January, like I was saying, man. So, yeah, let's say, okay, Isaiah Thomas and Dwyane Wade for your backcourt over J.R. Smith and Kyrie Irving. Yes, J.R. still on the team, though. But I don't know, man. It's just like the shooting's just not quite there. Although Isaiah Thomas can knock it down, man. Isaiah Thomas can knock it down. I don't know. I just thought Kyrie was really good for the Cavaliers. I do think this team, though, could definitely win an NBA championship. But also what I'm afraid of is the Golden State Warriors. They just have that chemistry right now, man. Like, they got the chemistry down. And that's going to take a little bit while with all these, you know, big names on this team here. So I do want to know from you guys in the comment section below, what do you think about this signing of Dwyane Wade? Do you think he's going to be like a huge player on this team? Or do you think he's going to be more like a fourth option on the team when it's all said and done? Thank you all so much for watching. And peace out, my friends.